You're all very welcome here this evening. We're going to start off with FOE, must be the friend. That's Marty down the end. You can see it. And then we're going to move on to my mum. It's going to say a few words. After that, it's a toss-up between Nikki and Jen. I'm not sure if they want to say anything. Clearly not. So we'll move straight on to Kathleen, who's having a William Butler Yeats moment. And we'll give AJ his moment. And then we'll execute at the end. No.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening to you all. On behalf of myself and my wife, I don't know the point to say that, we feel good, but we'd like to thank each and every one of you for being here today to share this very special moment in our lives. We know it's Christmas time just around the corner, so it means a lot that you've all turned up in these numbers to celebrate this day with us, and we genuinely appreciate it. We'd like to thank all the staff here at Darver Castle for their hospitality. I think we can all agree they've done an amazing job. A special mention must go to Anne, Ruth and Eva, our wedding coordinators and hosts today, who could not have been any more accommodating with all the requests that we, well when I say we, I mean Lisa, has sent their way over the last few months. And I'd like to mention all the other important people who have made this day possible. Our celebrant Emma Sides for a beautiful and fun ceremony, our amazing photographers Jenny and Amy for keeping us in check all day, and all of our entertainment suppliers. And I'd also like to say thanks to Dan for helping to design our ceremony pamphlets. Yes, we actually found a use for Dan today, believe it or not. But look, everyone who has helped us out today, thank you all so much. I'd like to thank the bridesmaids, Nikki, Jen, Atane and Roisin, who I didn't recognise all glammed up today. You don't screw up too bad, girls. Thank you for all your support and for being there and keeping Lisa calm all morning. I would rather you than me. Thank you to Lisa's friends for looking after her in Portugal and getting her home safe and in one piece. You won't be cheering in a minute, anyway. Although I haven't seen some of the pictures of that weekend doing the rounds, I doubt some of you could look after yourselves, never mind anyone else. I think there's still a few arrest warrants out for you. But no, seriously, you've done a great job dressing Lisa up in many different costumes on our hen weekend. But my personal favourite is this one here. This is the Nij Delaney. This is the Nij Delaney swimwear, and Nikki's going to be taking orders, lads, to make a great stocking filler for your ladies. Ronnie Wright's going to be modelling on the dance floor later as well. And there was a rumour going around that Kathleen forgot to bring her swimsuit to Portugal. And she ended up having to wear this. I have a picture here somewhere, hold on a second. I'm only joking, Kathleen. Don't look so nervous, Kathleen, relax. I wouldn't do that to you. But no, honestly, where have I gone? Yeah, that's good. I'd like to thank my best man, Brian, and my groomsmen, Connor, Dan, and Mark, for their support and for helping to keep me relaxed this morning. I was going to say you don't screw up too bad, but just looking at the four of you there, I'd like to say thanks for making me look really good today. It was a really fun. Thanks to all the lads for a great stag weekend in Galway and for getting me home safe and in one piece. Well, maybe not in one piece, but I definitely made it home alive. And what goes on tour stays on tour, so we'll say no more about that weekend, okay? These are safe lads, just come relax, they're all breathing now. And now, now whatever he says, I have no responsibility. And now to the real stars of the show today, Ali, our junior bridesmaid, Daisy, our flower girl, and Jack, our page boy. And also our three beautiful children. Ali, seeing the beautiful young woman you've turned into makes us so proud. You're a very kind and caring young lady with a great sense of humour. Your patience for your two younger siblings, no matter how much they do your head in, is to be admired. So never lose those great traits. We remember sitting on the edge of the fountain in Blanchardstown Shopping Centre 6 years ago, and Ali threw a coin over her back into the fountain and wished for siblings. And now that you have two of them wrecking your head, I'd say sometimes you wish you could climb back into the fountain and take that coin back out. And Daisy and Jack, aka the energy in our family, you've brought so much joy into our lives. There's never a dull moment with the both of you around. Our home is a happy, crazy, fun, loud, messy, caring and loving one, and you all contribute to that. So we love you all dearly and love that we get to share this very special day with the three of you and for bringing two families together as one. I'd like to say thank you to my new parents-in-law, Marty and Kathleen, and the extended Cronin family. They welcomed both Ali and I into their family from day one and treated us like their own, to which I'll be forever grateful. I remember when I first met them and they were all trying to take the mick out of me and trying to embarrass Lisa, but they quickly realised I give as good as I get, and I was well able for them. Kathleen now refers to me most of the time as, he's an awful idiot, Lisa. I also love getting the 3 to 4 calls a week from Marty and Kathleen telling me they have issues with their TV, their telephone, their mobiles, their laptops, their tablets, and any digital device they have in their home. I'm now known as their IT guy. I love spending half an hour troubleshooting with them over the phone to come to the conclusion at the end that there was in fact nothing wrong, they just forgot to press the on button. It must be a generational thing actually, because Bernie, you do the exact same thing. So we come to an agreement with all the hours I have spent being their IT guy that anytime Lisa wants to change a room in the house, which is every other week, Marty will get the paint and the brush out. And poor Mark gets invited up for a cup of tea too, and suddenly finds himself roped into helping as well. But look, on a serious note, thank you all for what you do for us between babysitting, giving great advice, painting and decorating, and Kathleen's 5 dinners. There's a set menu in our house every Wednesday. You get 5 dinners and that's all she can cook, to name a few. But honestly, we'd be absolutely lost without you, and Ali, Daisy and Jack are lucky to have you as their nanny and their yaya. And now on to my own family, the Hourigans. Nikki, that's spelled Hourigan. I saw a t-shirt flying around Portugal and it was spelled wrong, but anyway, that's how you spell it. On behalf of Lisa, I'd like to thank Bernie and Aidan for bringing me into the world. What an amazing gift you gave to her. I mean, honestly, she couldn't have done any better. But as you know, folks, sadly my dad is not here with us in person today, but he is most definitely here with us in spirit, and I know he's looking down smiling, and I hope he's proud. One regret I do have is that Lisa never got to meet my dad in his full health, and they both have a wicked sense of humour, and I know they would have gotten on like a house on fire, taking the mick out of each other. Growing up in our house was very much like my own house is now, a loud, fun and loving environment, which my mum and dad created for all of us, and the foundations of that was built on the genuine love my mum and dad had for one another, which was evident in how my mum cared for my dad all the way through his illness. You also have to be very thick-skinned in our family. We express our love for one another through taking the absolute mick out of each other. A Sunday roast in Bernie's has a different meaning in our family. There's no roast beef, but plenty of roasting each other. But this has built great resilience in all of us. We've all been there for one another in a heartbeat when needed. So I want to thank my family and both my parents for all the love, support you've given myself, Lisa, and the kids over the years. We are very lucky to have you in our lives. And now to say a few words about my wife Lisa. And I start off by saying how incredible you look today. Now I'm biased and I think she looked good in a black bag, but honestly, when I turned at the top of the aisle today and I saw you standing there, I can only say, wow, I am one lucky man. Just over 8 years ago, I was going through a really tough time in my life and I didn't know what the future had in store for me. And then out of nowhere, you arrived, and little did I know that my life was about to change forever. We met on the POF, but depending on who's asking, we also met in D2 nightclub on Harcourt Street. It was the 16th of November 2015, and Ireland were playing a crucial Euro 2016 playoff game against Serbia, and I faced a huge dilemma. Do I take this girl I've been chatting to and getting on my way out on a date, or do I do the sensible thing and stay at home and watch the match? Thankfully, sense didn't enter my thinking, and off we went to Rainforest Adventure Golf in Dundrum, and so it began. Now, I've been told my whole life I'm loud, and I am, and I like to talk, and I do. I've lost my train of thought, where am I? Yeah, there we go. But boy, was I in for a treat and about to meet my match in Lisa. So much so that when we went on a cruise with Lisa's parents, Marty and Kathleen, 7 years ago, myself and Lisa skipped dinner, got a bit drunk, then we got louder, and they got a bit embarrassed with the attention we were drawing to ourselves, that they told us they were tired and they were going to bed. We discovered some hours later that this was a lie, and they went to another bar on the ship just to get away from the bed. That's a true story, really. Anyway, back to our first date, and I remember the guy in the adventure golf place had to come over to the two of us and interrupt us to tell us he was closing. And we had to leave. We hadn't even realised we were the only two people left in the place as we were that engrossed in one another and talking. Our second date was a night out in town the following weekend, and at one stage I remember having to tell you to take a deep breath and come up for air. You were that nervous and you just kept talking. We ended up in McDonald's on Grafton Street until the early hours of the morning, chatting and laughing, and a couple, two strangers who were sitting next to us, observed and asked, how many years have the two of you been together? This was our second date, folks. So it was at that moment I realised I had met my perfect match. We just clicked and got each other from the very start, and a few weeks later, when we went off to New Zealand to see our friend Grace for 3 weeks, we literally chatted every single day until he came back and carried on from there. Who would have thought back then, here we'd be 8 years later on our wedding day with 3 kids, our own home. Now to those on the outside, Lisa is a fun, loud, bold, energetic and a modern woman who takes absolutely no crap. And yes, she is all of them things. But if anyone wants an idea of what married life with Lisa would be like, then there is a sign hanging up in our kitchen. And it reads the following. Welcome to my kitchen. Opening hours, Monday closed, Tuesday no service, Wednesday half day, Thursday gone shopping, Friday day off, Saturday eat out, and Sunday day of rest. How lucky am I, folks? That's what I have to live for the rest of my life. There's a whole other side to you which people don't see, and that is the side of you which I fell in love with. You didn't only take me on as your partner, but you also took Ali on as your bonus daughter, and I'll be forever grateful for the love and affection you have given to her over the years as if she was your own. You are kind, caring, loyal, generous, always putting others before yourself. You're an absolute serial warrior, but you're also a great confidant, and you really are my best friend. We've had a roller coaster 8 years together and crammed in a lot with lots of laughter, tears, joy, sadness, fighting, making up, more fighting, more making up. But I cannot imagine spending the rest of my life with anybody else. Thank you for making me the happiest man alive. I love you. Thank you once again, everybody. Can I just finish by saying, everybody who knows us knows Lisa and I love a boogie and a party, so we want to see us all out on that dance floor in a couple of hours, tearing the place apart. I'm going to hand you over to my older, less handsome brother Brian now to do his first. Before I do, the doctor told my mum he would be different to the others when he was a child, and you're about to see why, so please just hear from him. Thanks again, everybody.
Okay, everybody, slide 1 to go welcome everybody to the place. That's cool. Now, as you, by the way, AJ asked me to be the best man again today. I guess it finally proves who the funniest Harrigan is. I was hoping he would have picked one of the stag buddies. There's a few down there and a few here. But after going to Galway and attending the stag, I understand why you didn't choose one of those clowns, so that's okay. As the great legend AJ once said, not you, a wedding is for a day, marriage is for life. So AJ, keep your mouth shut, do what you're told, or Bren will bury you in the back garden. Alright? Yeah. 2 things about a great marriage is having a sense of humour, and Lisa, yeah, she's working on it. No, but hopefully it'll improve as she's a Harrigan now. AJ, the other second thing about having a successful marriage is having selective memory, or selective hearing, apologies. AJ has that in spades, and I believe it's going to help him through the future life with his wife. So well done. I always knew AJ's speech would be hard to follow. In fact, I couldn't understand the word he was saying earlier because of the accent. It's becoming a bit more like, in fairness, rest in peace to Christy Diamond. Dignam, as Lisa corrected me earlier. They definitely have the same teeth, the same as Marty. Definitely have the same glasses that are actually clear. I don't know why he wears them. And I was going to say the same hair colour, but AJ, Jen, and Jess, the gingers, is all over. AJ growing up, he was the ultimate mummy's boy. Although there was on one occasion when he crashed my dad's car in the driving, the local Harrigans will know this. I reckon it was a twitchy foot that slipped on the clutch, and that's why the car crashed. Anyway, AJ went to bed early that night, and for several nights after. AJ used to get wheeled around in Botanic Gardens in his buggy, and I know people think that sounds normal, like Jack going out in the buggy, but AJ was about 6 or 7 and was still going on. So before he was let his mum off the job. However, he definitely still has mummy issues. He likes to call over to Bernie for his turkey roll and cup of tea, and that's when Lisa lets him back over to the north side once in a while. Probably because Lisa's actually flat out opening the weekly online deliveries for An Post and DHL. In fairness, she probably has a consistent supply of hair filler, teeth whitening solutions, and some special blue tablets for AJ to keep up with her. I have to filter that down from the parents, so that's as far as we can go with that one. So join the dots. Now, the future mother-in-law, father mother-in-law, apologies. I won't say future, but it's already. Marty has a fine pair of recently installed Turkish teeth. Just like your son-in-law. I actually think he's got 2 for 1. Look at the smile to that. Stand up there and blind everybody. Quality. Kathleen, you're looking radiant and beautiful. So Marty, even with all the dentistry work, you're absolutely punching above your weight. To Lisa, they're all waiting for me to say something bad, which I won't. Obviously, her mum passed on her good looks and genes. So AJ is similar to your father-in-law with the teeth and the punching above. Consider yourself lucky. I don't know if anybody watched Coronation Street. No. Some of you may know a wedding scene from Coronation Street with Kirk and Beth when they got married. And I'm telling you now, AJ and Lisa are the dead ringer for the 2 of them. So you're well forgiven. Wedding preparation. AJ and Lisa, they actually stopped eating after 3 p.m. and got back about 6 months now. Fair play. I guarantee you AJ will be back on the snack boxes tomorrow without a doubt. How they met, I know AJ touched on it, but I'll give you the real thing. So the official from Kathleen, AJ and Lisa met in a nice quiet pub. I know. However, the real story, is AJ was flat out online on Grindr. It's okay, guys. Lisa pulled him off in the nick of time and took charge. In fact, she likes to still be in charge and rules the roost to this day. When I say in charge, I mean in charge of AJ's grooming products, his dress code, picking up the weekly DHL deliveries. I actually think that's the height before AJ reads the credit card statements and sees what's coming out. I actually think AJ enjoys being the sub anyway, so happy days. There's one more thing here that Dan actually had on. Quality Dan. When you're in your room tonight and you're tired and you're either watching the TV or whatever you're up to, if you're lucky, if the lights start to dim, it's AJ topping up a sunbed for his trip to Dubai. We were on the bus on the way up this evening or this afternoon, and I looked up at AJ and I actually thought, are you okay? You having a stroke? Because he was all red all of a sudden and the bus was warm, but as I was rightly informed by Dan, thanks, cheers buddy, it's the sunbed, so fair play to you. Bad boy AJ, bad. Just really quickly, just about a lady here called Sarah McCann, who's my partner. How are you, Sarah? It's the Dundalk accent. She told me not to mention her tonight because nobody will know her. Well, they'll know you now, Blondie. Anyone looking for the Dundalk tribal dialect translation, Sarah's your woman. If it's about half bars or star bars, she'll translate it. The stag's night. Oh, it was bad. Okay. I wrote down classified, but there's nothing classified about it. All I could say to the old codgers that attended. So, some of them turned up for a fashion parade, you know who you are down the back, and they went home the next morning I should say. Some of them missed about 24 hours of sleep, don't know where they are. But I will just say this to everyone, is just take a moment, look at your partners, that's the female partners I believe, and accept graciously that you're all very lucky men. Okay, so can I ask you all to raise your glass to Kirk and Beth, Mr. and Miss Harrigan. May you have a loving and long life together. And AJ, I'm not... I'm not doing this again. Next time you can be my best man. Thank you.